So we will do a preview. I have started streaming in YouTube. I need to create, go live,
It doesn't clarify if stuff is deleted
share,
in the blueprint if it'll delete it in
copy.
the class.
Can you all check?
I feel like somewhere that's been clarified, but God, I don't know where.
Can you all check that? See if we got sound.
Testing, testing.
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 Is that coming through over there?
Say again?
I'm curious if the live stream is getting sound.
Oh, did you don't want to open it twice because you'll loop.
Hey, bud. Close. Looks like we got one of us on there. Liam, can you put the shine on the door for me, please?
Did you update your link on Canvas?
Not yet. I was waiting for the confirmation of sound.
Okay. Oh, there's your link. I was like, where's the link for it?
I hear both of you.
You hear both of us? Okay. Let me update the link. Thank you, Jake. Webinars.
I'm gonna have to restart my router. My
Look good. Make sure you guys can hear me.
Can hear you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Canvas Admin Hours. My name is Justin Keene. I'm joined by my supervisor, Jake Standish, Amy Slack, facilitator at Butler, and Sagan, I know, is lurking. Today, we've got a new addition, hopefully calm addition, is the puppy cam, because that's, a distraction, but a good thing. So we got a new pup in the house. Let's go ahead and get started. And of course, my layout isn't right. Pin presentation, there we go. All right. So for our admin office hours, Amy, can you do me one favor? I did not change the home button.
Yeah, I got you.
I
Hold
forgot.
on.
Yeah, I had to make a meme today. So, all right. So on today's list, we got the reminders to start, and we will jump into that. They are the same as they've always been. If you've need help with documentation, and based on the things we're seeing in our tickets, canvas.cmslearns.org is a resource that we curate as a team. So please utilize that. And if you see something that keeps coming up, we're always open to suggestions. The bit.ly CMS Google account, our ACT, is case sensitive. That was created by Amy for us. And that is a great resource for resolving account conflict. We see this oftentimes on personal devices, teacher laptops, where they may have multiple Google accounts logged in, and this causes issues in terms of where documents and files are going and a lot of other sync issues.
Justin, can you check your OBS settings?
Yeah.
It looks like they're still in the waiting room, not the presentation.
I'm showing presentation on my end. Weird.
In OBS.
Yes, I've switched to broadcast, which is one of my scenes.
Live stream is just showing the waiting screen.
Uh-oh. Why is it? Is it your live stream or everybody?
I'm in the YouTube live stream.
As am I, and I'm seeing it.
Oh, that's okay. Might be mine. Internet connection issues.
Yeah, I was wondering if that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm showing the
Okay.
I'm showing the presentation. Yeah.
Apologies. Go for it.
Cool. So J.MP ITPD office hours form is open, and a friendly reminder on that. Did you fix the link, Amy? Hopefully. Yep.
Working on it. Trying.
It
yeah.
looks good.
Yeah, you might just have to refresh. Yeah.
On the bottom there, we've got this form J.MP/ITPD office hours. Remember, please do not submit PII, personally identifiable information, student IDs, email addresses. Please do not post those there in case we have one that gets through that we did not catch on the questions. We do not want to broadcast that information anywhere. So, continuation of the reminders. If you're submitting a ticket, whether it's Sharewell or Canvas Tech Support, include as much detail as you can. Canvas URLs really, really help us. Student IDs really help us. We've had tickets come in from a secretary saying teacher is saying her students cannot view something, and that's all the details we're getting, and then that causes a long back and forth. So please be mindful of the information that you're submitting. If you are in the PD course support, if you're in our PD courses, the Canvas Challenge, Google Drive Challenge, please use the support course forms there. Amy mans that inbox for us, and she does a great job of getting back. And if there's something that needs escalated, she's sure to get a hold of us as well. PowerSchool changes to Canvas can take 24 to 72 hours. So it is an exercise in patience. And sometimes one thing that Amy noticed was the date course enrollment was set to a later date. So that's not going to sync until the date of enrollment. So just be mindful. It could take a little bit of time. And the digital innovation office hours, I believe there are some there. That link is there. If we get a new link, we'll be sure to let you know. So first thing that we've done is we've added some custom enhancements. This is on the pages for when you're creating an assignment or a quiz. And what we've done is we've added just a little bit of feedback. So on the assignment groups, if you click on the assignment groups when you're creating an assignment, you'll see that it says no PS sync. All right. if you click the drop down, you'll see that some of them have been changed where they are in green, and it'll say PowerSchool and Sync enabled. What this means basically is if a teacher selects this assignment's no PowerSchool Sync, then that assignment, when it is created, is not going to get synced to PowerSchool because it's in the incorrect assignment group. Those ones in the green that say PS Sync enabled, those will have the ability to sync. Jake, is there anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah. So these options of no PS Sync or PS Sync enabled are only going to appear if the teacher has imported the PowerSchool assignment groups. So if they haven't imported it, the assignment groups are just the manually created ones, and it won't say anything about PowerSchool Sync. This is one of the things you have to do to make sure PowerSchool that assignment sync to PowerSchool. There is still the checkbox below the assignment group for an assignment where you have to check to say sync it to PowerSchool. It's just that Canvas by default doesn't add any sort of communication here, and you can check a box to say sync to PowerSchool, but it never will if it is not in a correct assignment group. So we have just added some highlighting here to let you know that the assignment groups you need to sync to PowerSchool are highlighted in green should you choose to sync to PowerSchool.
So by random, I actually got a course. This is an old course, that's why. If the assignment groups have not been added to the course, and you see that red box on the assignment page, if this box gets checked, as you can see in this course it is.
Are you trying to show us something? We're still seeing the presentation.
You're still seeing the presentation? Oh,
I am.
yeah, I think
Could be my net.
I think it's your network. So on this course here, you can see that they have checked the box to sync to PowerSchool, and we've added some customizations where the red appears. All right. And this is a warning that, hey, this assignment cannot sync to PowerSchool because it is not in a PowerSchool grade pass back category. So when I click the box, now it's there. So these are just some additional things. We're going to add a couple little more things to it, but hopefully this helps. Got a message. Okay. Thank you, Amy. So just know that these enhancements are there. If you're not sure what we're talking about on the assignments page, if you notice when I go to the assignments page, this course doesn't have it because it's an old course, but if they have not imported their assignment groups, there's a big red box up here that will say you need to import if you want to connect these grades to PowerSchool. So I think I got everything on there, right, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing we have on the agenda is to review some grade passback errors. If you haven't noticed, based on what we're saying, this is something we're seeing a lot of. There's a lot of grade passback errors. So one of the links that we put in here is for the error message dictionary. And this is something that we go to often. So, for example, if I click on assignment already exists, yes, it may look like a bit much, but if you read into it, you can see an assignment already exists with this name. That's one we're seeing a lot. Trying to remember all the ones. So just know that this link is a good resource for helping monitoring what's happening with the grade sync errors. And the way we do that, let me go to a course in admin. Nope, wrong one. Was it sys integration, Jake? Yeah. All right, so I'm on the sys integration page. This number right here is a course ID. So if I were to take this and go to a new tab.
Now, what we learned last week is that the sys integration page, even in a sub account, shows it for all courses district wide. So it's not as useful for them.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
but here's a course URL I gave you.
Okay, cool. There we go.
See the error.
And you guys are
looking for more.
Oh, that one didn't. Missing the courses.
Oops, sorry.
It's all right. All right, so I'm in an integrated science course. First place to go look is the grade sync page. And this is where we go. So you can see it has a history. Based on this, it is not set to nightly sync, and that's the choice of the teacher. But down here, you see the status. It says it's completed, but this red exclamation point indicates an error. So it says in the error, grade category missing for this assignment. All right. If I pull up this could be a place. Let's see if I can find category.
I don't know that error shows up there.
Okay. Well, I tried.
Yeah, that's because a couple of ours are more CMSified errors.
That's fair.
But I will say that at some point in Canvas admin hours, if you go back through our slideshow, we have like the 3 or 4 really common ones that show up in the Canvas admin slideshow. So this is one of them that Jake has given like extensive screenshots on what this one looks like and what the issue is and how to resolve it. And also with the customizations now, like it tells the teacher that the assignment's in the wrong category as well. So that one's one that I feel like at this point, the support's there to see that one.
So to troubleshoot this further, if I go to this assignments page of this course, after it loads, I can search. Oh, it doesn't find it now, of course. Well, let's see if any are turned on here. So you notice at the top here, it says assignments. It does not say formal or informal or a grade passback category. This red message here is saying that any assignment within this group will not sync. And if I scroll down, there's one right there. So this is toggled on to sync, but this red error is showing us that there is going to be an error. All right.
I think you had a space at the beginning of your search query. That's why
I think you're right. So this is what we do to check. All right. These 3, 4, what do they got? 5 for high school? Yeah. Yep. These assignment groups here will sync to PowerSchool. And one recommendation I've been telling people is move those to the top. All right. Help you see what is exactly syncing to PowerSchool. So these 3 assignments down here are syncing. There won't be an error. But for this teacher, you're going to have an error here and here. And
one thing I suggest to my teachers is when they import their categories, they clean it up immediately and they move all the assignments from the categories that do not sync to ones that will, and they delete any categories that will not sync. That way they don't have to worry about this throughout the semester. Because if you leave that long one called assignments, then you're likely to forget it, and then at some point it doesn't sync and you got to go through and figure out why. So I have all my teachers move all of their stuff at the very beginning so they don't have to worry about this over and over and over again.
Yep. The other thing as well is we're only seeing 3 errors right here. This message tells us there's 20 total. So if you click on the logs, you can download a CSV file, which might open in the other window. And then what I always do is do this and wrap, and now I can read. So for whatever reason, this periodic table is showing up a number of times. And then you'll see the other one is right there. So you kind of have to weed through it a little bit, but it's not terribly difficult. But this is the way that we troubleshoot this. Another thing that we're seeing a lot with the courses, and
we're not getting that CSV, just so you know.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Windows.
So that was the CSV. It's just expanding the column, though. Like if you download that, it just downloads as a CSV. You can open it with Excel on your computer and just expand the last column to get more information.
Yep. So the other thing that we're doing in the assignments very, very regularly is we're seeing a lot of movement with students from one section to another or to a new course with a new teacher. And maybe that other course gets a new section created with the remote learning. So the first thing that we're doing is we're going here to the 3 dots and we're doing import assignment groups. And when you click that, on the GradeSync page, you will see an update that it is doing a category sync. And what we do is we sit and wait and we watch and refresh and do that multiple times. Once that finishes, we will come over here to the settings, click remaster grade passback, and watch that as well. And what we're doing is we're looking for the errors. Usually these 2 steps resolve the issues. There have been some occasions where I've had to do it multiple times, but that's rare. So
I definitely know I've had to import the categories a couple of times, especially as students are moving and sections are moving. That is happening right now because of students moving from remote to in person and vice versa. So I'm having to re-import grade categories with my teachers quite a bit right now, so that they reestablish that connection as one student moves from one to the other. Occasionally, I'm seeing that a student's still enrolled in both sections, and that then causes issues. So you might have to think about looking into that, but that might be a Canvas support ticket at that point.
yep. And we've seen
Yep.
some of that. Submit a ticket, and we're working on those that we're seeing. So anything else, Dave?
I put another link in there
Yep.
for locked assignments.
Oh, good one.
So you can show them what that is and what they need
Grade
to do.
sync.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, it is.
Most of them are, this assignment isn't in a assignment group, a correct assignment group. Like that would take care of 90% of the errors that we're seeing coming in today for grade syncing.
Yep. The other one you're going to see is this locked message. And I had a number of these last week. This simply means that it's being set to sync, but it has a due date from a prior quarter. So if I find the name of it, where's the name of it? There it is. Water distribution. If I go over to their assignments page, I do like that they added this search. And there we go. So water distribution, it is set to sync. It's toggled on right here. But you see the due date is October 16th. So that is going to be from the prior quarter. This will not sync. To resolve this issue, you simply would have to turn this off. And then what we do is we go through the grade sync page and we look at the errors and see what's going on with all the different errors. So this course, for example, has 19. If you click download the logs, you get a CSV and it's going to look just like this and allow you to see what's going on.
They're all locked. So it's just, they got to find each assignment and disable that.
Yep. And a lot of times what we'll do too is if we have to end up fixing some errors, we'll recommend it that you remaster or rerun the grade sync again and make sure that clears them all up. So thank you for that link, Jake.
Yeah. Next
thing we've got is Dino Student History. I admit I used this one the other day for my son who was off task. So if you are is it Tech Coach? Is that the name? Okay. Tech Coach, you're able to look at classroom management and put in a student name and search form, and then you can see all of their activity and how much they're doing. And if you click the drop downs, for example, my son likes Prodigy. It's a math game, but got to be focused. I click the drop down here and I can see in which classes he was doing that, even though he was supposed to be focused. So this allows you to see the individual student history as well. So that was a good little trick that you guys can search. I think you can also print it. It's a great tool because we get a lot of questions, and I know Jake will back me up on this, is people asking, how do we see what students are doing? And can we get a history? And we can't necessarily get it from Google as easy, but Dino is great for this.
And Dino has implemented an always on feature so that tech coaches during the monitoring time window that we allow monitoring, some schools vary by this norm, but it's about between 7 a.m. and I think 6 p.m. I have to check. But there are default times, like during the school day, it should, if the student is logged into the Chromebook, should be monitoring them. Now the teacher won't see that. They have to actually start and end monitoring to see monitoring for their classroom.
I can pull that up.
Coach be able to pull up all of the activity for that student.
So here's the device activity summary. I pick a school, go to Amy's, Butler. Did it change? I think it did. So here, okay.
Yep.
So you can see the top sites that are listed here. which is it's good data. And then you've also got the application use as well.
Look at that. Google Meet's up there.
Where?
Oh, at the very top, if you scrolled up, my top
Oh,
applications, Google Meet's like 3 or 4. Zoom's come up in the world a little bit.
Chrome. Nice. So just know that this is here. If you're a tech coach, and there's usually one per site, Jake,
At least, yeah.
and then maybe can have up to 2. I think I've seen. There's Meet. Nice. So just know this is here for Dino and helping understand what's being used and how it's being used, at least. And I think that takes us to questions. All right. First question, it says, our counselors have a counselor's corner, but many students have not accepted the invitation. Is there a way to make that course something that students are automatically enrolled in? Also, they want to know if there's a way to enroll subgroups by grade level so we can send out things just for our own students. Jake, do you want to answer this one?
Danielle, if this was a course created from PowerSchool, then that could automatically have been done. If this would require a manual process, some of the things you would need to do, and then we can do. But ultimately, we can't answer it right here. I can't solve it right here. But if you want to set up some consultation time with us, we could probably get this configured in half an hour. But there are things that we'll need from you to make that happen. So we can't just, it's not a quick, easy fix. It's something we'd have to work together to resolve.
But I think it's something that we have enough experience with too to help you understand it. I mean,
we've done it, but it's not something you might have the permissions to do it. We'd have to walk you through. It's not a quick process, let's say.
Cool. Thank you. Go to the next one. I tried to quickly find this answer, but was unsuccessful. I have a TA who needs to inbox students, but cannot do so for our K2 students. I tried adding her as a non-edit teacher in the teacher's course and as a TA, but she is not able to message students. She's able to inbox our 3 through 5 students because they are enrolled in a digital citizenship course, which she is the teacher.
She needs to be the teacher of whatever course you want her to message. Okay. TAs do not get permission. Based on what you're saying, I'll have to check the settings and make sure of that. Cool. But yeah, if you enroll her as a teacher in that course, she for sure can message students.
Yeah, I feel like a non-edit teacher can as well, but yeah.
All right, message from Karen. How do you get to the Dino student history page in Canvas? Can all school administrators access this report? So Karen, the first thing, this is for the tech coaches for your school. And to get to the student history page, you just change the drop down here to student history. And I don't want to click on that because I don't want student data to appear, but here's how you can do that.
But we do also need to remind them that not absolutely every school has Dino. Right?
The TA role does have permission. Sorry.
Yeah.
Say what?
The TA role does have permission.
Oh.
To inbox. It sounded like they needed to add her to the K2 course as well. Like she was in a 3-5 course and she needs to also be added to it, the other course is what it sounded like.
All right, that's all our questions so far. I want to see the excitement happening behind me. Hopefully it stays like this. Nope. Which one is it? That's not it. There's our active puppy cam. Apparently they've worn each other out, which I'm good with that. If you notice the one up top there, he's pretty spoiled. He acts like it's always the bed and the couch are his to lay on. Must be nice, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely the life, right?
Right? Entire screen again. It is different driving the meeting.
Yeah, apologies, guys. I lost internet, so I am tethered to my phone right now. I'm barely communicating with my team.
Yeah.
Jake, you know we got you. It's good experience.
Yeah, we're okay.
Well, I think
Okay,
Amy's
good.
the pro now.
Amy's got it better than I do, so it's all good.
Me and OBS have become friends. There was a lot of love-hate at first, and it was way more hate than love. Now it's more love than hate, but it took a while to get there.
All
Let's
right,
be
your
real.
question. Who is
Ooh.
the so if you just purchased it, that there may not be someone assigned. I thought Roy Cowan, our Dino contact, does that, but if you can put in a help desk ticket, and we can tell you who it is if you have one, or if you need to be the tech coach. Tech contacts, we try to get our tech contacts in there as tech coaches in Dino every year, but names change, things move around, so it's not always perfect.
I will say that Dino support is pretty amazing, though, by the way. Just
Yeah.
a quick shout out there. Like, I have chatted with them anytime I've ever had an issue, and they are phenomenal at helping. So,
Jake, how long have we been working with them now? It's been at least 5
3
years.
No,
Oh.
No?
Hasn't been 5.
It's been a while, though.
Could be 4.
I was going to say, I feel like it's been a while because I was in the classroom with it for quite a bit.
All right. Got another question here from Nelda.
Favorite word.
Yeah. This is a question about cross-listing. I have a teacher who left. They made a facilitator the co-lead teacher in the course while we have a long-term sub. The course didn't change for the students. The new teacher of record will start on Monday. I assume the new courses will be created on that date or shortly afterward. Will I need to be prepared to cross-list to the old course Monday morning, or will the students be enrolled with the facilitator?
So it will. It will create a course. You probably already experienced this. Yes. Wait a minute. Are you Monday coming up, I guess?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So whenever that change occurs, probably the next day or so, you'll see a new course created. Really, this depends on what your data manager did. So again, the really high importance of Canvas admin and data manager having a good open communication here. So I would talk to your data manager and ask if they're changing the teacher of record. If they're changing the teacher of record, that's when you will see that new course be created, and that's when you will have to cross list. I've seen situations where the data manager chooses to leave the original teacher as the teacher of record and do some weird things in PowerSchool, so a course isn't created. So this question really is going to depend on what your data manager did. If they changed the lead teacher in PowerSchool, I think is what PowerSchool calls it, teacher of record, that is where you're going to see a new course be created, and that is when you're going to be prepared to cross-list. And my suggestion is just within a couple of days of when you know that's going to happen, just get online earlier in the morning, try to check it, and if you see the new course has been created and there's no kids in the old course, that's when you need to cross-list.
And Amy, you gave the tip that I was thinking is, if you know this is going to happen, write down the course ID number, which is up here in the URL. Write that down.
Yep.
And hold on to that. And then what you'll need to do is get the new course and then just cross list into this old course.
Yep. And those directions are definitely out there. We have a video on it as well. But it is a good idea to just kind of be aware of it and check it daily. That's what I do when I know it's coming. My data manager and I are really great about communicating those kinds of changes. She is phenomenal at like saying, hey, I'm about to make this change. What day do you want me to make it? How do you want to go about it? We kind of coordinate between the two of us so that we're kind of prepared for that and cross list. So the students never know anything happened, honestly, at Butler, most of the time. Life happens, but most of the time they don't know.
Question from Lisa about Dino. Will you please go back to the beginning of Dino? Yeah, so in Dino, I had to read that. So in Dino, when you go to load, this is what it's gonna, let me refresh Dino. Yeah.
Dino isn't in Canvas. It's a separate product. Yeah.
So it's dino.me. /CMS, Jake, or just dino.me?
/CM.
So dino.me/CMS, you log in with your CMS email. And then once you've logged in, it's going to remember where to load. And so from classroom management, I switch over to student history. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to change my OBS settings. I'm getting myself all confused over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've got a lot of screens going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, Lisa. I was like trying to, yeah. It's just a separate site.
I actually have an idea for how I'm going to do it too. Remember, if you've got any questions, j.mp/ITPD office hours. Keep that open 24/7 and kind of keep an eye on things. And don't forget to remind others if they cannot attend that they can watch it afterwards. Videos are posted, if I remember, usually right away. Amy, don't let me forget to do that.
I'll do my best. I'm not gonna lie. I feel pretty ADD today so far.
So do I.
Doing my best.
All right, well, guess it'll be short office hours.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's probably still waking up from the 3-day weekend. It's probably nice to have an extra day.
Just a reminder, we are here to support you. If you come up with issues like the one Danielle had for creating a course and automatically enrolling users for your counselors, those kinds of things, admin consultations.
Yep.
Justin's showing you right there inside of the course. You can click on that, and it'll help us schedule a time that works for us and you. But just go in there, you'll describe what you're trying to do, and then you'll get an email saying that you can now schedule an appointment. And once you schedule it, you'll see availabilities will change every week, but we have a calendar out here for the rest of the month. So,
and note that the link is static and persistent, so anything related to consultations, you'll just come to this link here. So if you've filled out the form, you'll see a message. Once you're ready to sign up, you'll see a different message, and then once the appointment is scheduled, you'll see something different as well.
and like always, it uses your Google account, so make sure you are signed in with your CMS Google account.
Oh, you guys heard that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I haven't played with it too much, though, the raise hand.
I don't hear it when I raise my hand, though.
Wonder why.
Strange.
I heard that, though.
I had somebody do it to me, and I hadn't even noticed that feature was like a thing. And I was in the middle of tech talk, and I was like, "Oh, that's a thing." Like,
Nice.
people use that.
So
Cool.
here's some of the new stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. This new troubleshooting tab. I'm kind of excited about this.
Look, my internet's ain't having trouble today. I like that they give you some tips as well.
Is this under, where is it? It's under meeting details, or is it under the 3 dots?
That was under troubleshoot and help.
Yep, I see it. There it goes.
they keep adding. Well, we have not had any more questions come in.
Mine says close browser tabs you don't need.
Yeah, they're
But I
funny.
need 'em.
I need all 75 tabs, Google. What are you talking about? That's funny.
Yeah, with all the ones that I've got up right now, between 3 screens. Maybe that's something to
Minecraft fell
show.
off this morning. Yeah,
Maybe
that's
next week
funny.
we could show them the tab grouping.
I do like the automatic
Yeah.
tab grouping. Actually, Sagan, that was an awesome feature flag to enable. The fact that it now auto tabs are auto groups for me. Oh, that's like making my Google Chrome happy.
I'm afraid to try that
So
one.
do you still have to flag it, or is it automatically enabled?
I think it's a new flag part of the. So I know that they can do groups now automatically, but then there's a new flag related to tab groups that Sagan told us about where it'll automatically group them. So, like if you open a link from a page, it'll automatically tab that group with the group, which is nice because especially like if I'm helping with a troubleshooting for canvassing, I'll like open a bunch of things in a tab and it groups them all together. And so like I can just like minimize that group and call it whatever issue I'm working on and go back to it when I need to. So it's really nice. You do have to flag that option, the auto grouping, I think was what it was called. I think I just looked up tab group again.
When tab grouping first came out, that's how it was by default, and it was the only way. So when and that's why I didn't like it. You know, it didn't have the flexibility I liked. So I'll have to check it out.
It's nice, actually. I like it better.
Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. Stay safe. Try and stay warm. I think my blood is definitely thinner since I've moved south. It gets cold out now. So hope you all have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh, we got activity down here. Tough life he's got there. And we'll see you all next week.
Bye.